Fortified, adding Jimmy Toscano to the mix here. Draft analyst, CLNS Media draft analyst Jimmy Toscano is here.
You guys brought in the big guns for the draft. The draft
Yep.
aficionado, I would like to call myself.
Jimmy been watching YouTube all day, and he's got some thoughts.
I've been pouring over some.
He's
YouTube
done
highlights.
one watch of every prospect.
I've been pouring over some YouTube highlights, and I have to say, I was in love with Grady Dick. That hurt. That hurt because when I saw the suit that he was wearing tonight, the Kansas, what do they call it? What's that movie? What's that movie, John?
Wizard of Oz.
Came out when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was.
Wizard of Oz. Yeah.
I was old enough to take my kids to it.
When he came out in the Wizard of Oz jacket, if you will, I knew that he was the one. But he's gone to Toronto, Bobby's favorite team, so Bobby will have some rooting interest in him. But yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know, you guys,
good pick.
I'm going to defer to second in line when it comes to the draft. I want to get Bobby's take on maybe like who's left.
Well, let's see. Let's put up Bobby's big board.
Bobby's big board.
Okay, so Bobby,
I might chomp on a churro here.
What do we got here, Bobby? Clowney's still there, right?
Quite a few. Yeah, and he was
Clowney's
a borderline top 20 guy.
Highest ranked guy left.
Clowney.
Yeah.
Jaime went. Andre Jackson again shouldn't be on this list because he's going to go closer to 40. But
yeah,
Colby, Whitehead, Clowney, the dream is alive for you.
Yeah, and Goodman's a guy who approved of Clowney as well. Obviously, he watches college closer than all of us.
Yep.
He had a couple other names he sent to me.
Not
Clowney was among them. A guy that
Podzimski's gone, huh?
Yeah.
He was a guy
that
he was the guy that I liked, and that a couple of Twitter guys that were in my mentions they were high on Brandon Podzimski.
Shepard's there as well. Ben Shepard of I think Belmont, a shooter.
Belmont,
borderline second line guy.
Not Belmont, Mass. Belmont College.
No. Let me ask you this, Bobby. When they required this pick, you were certain, they're moving up. They're moving up. They're moving up. They're gonna stay there. They're still here. They didn't move it for stuff. They didn't move up. It's right now appearing likely that they're just going to pick a basketball player, as teams are known to do with their draft pick. How do you feel about inactivity?
That's fine. I mean, as I see these guys go past, it doesn't seem to be a lot of difference between the teens and the 20s here. I mean, Whitmore ended up falling back to 20, which was a guy who could have been top 5 to 10 here.
Clowney's gone. You jinxed it, dude. Yep. I knew that was going to happen as soon as you said something.
He definitely seems like a net. Absolutely. Yep. So that one makes a ton of sense. And Jacquez, we got the pronunciation. And we got the pronunciation on Jacquez there from UCLA. I don't think I'm getting it right, but he went to the Heat.
We got it, but you're still saying it wrong.
Jaime Jacquez.
Jaime is
right, so I got it.
Is right? Isn't just another form of James? Jaime?
Yeah, it's Jimmy.
Jaime.
He's basically Jimmy. He's Jimmy.
Yeah. He's basically me. So Noah Clowney is gone off the board. Done.
Yeah.
So Kobe Jones still there, the number 1 option. But quite a few are now gone. Want to throw that up again, John?
No.
What about this? I'm not going to know this guy. How to pronounce
Jaquez.
I knew we didn't have it.
Jaquez.
Now we do.
Now we have it.
Well, he's not going to Boston anyway. He's
Jaime Jaquez. You just got to tell me once, and then I'll get it right.
Jaime.
For the rest
No,
of
it's
time.
not. It's not Jaime. Oh, it's Jaime Jaquez.
Jaime Jaquez.
All right. I gotta get the
top 2 options are still on there.
I gotta get the list of guys who have been taken, so I don't say, let's get this guy, because if he's gone, then I'm an idiot, right?
Yeah.
Who's on the clock now?
Let's put up Joe Sway's.
Derek Lively seemed like a cool
Joe
guy.
Sway. Who's left for you, buddy?
Lively. I knew he wasn't gonna fall. But...
Oh man.
You got OMP.
I'm gonna go Whitehead. I might just go Whitehead.
You got Colby. Is Murray still there?
No, Murray.
Wait, went.
Chris Murray.
Yeah.
Chris Murray's gone.
He is?
Chris Murray.
Was he drafted?
No.
Oh, give me Chris Murray then. Well, if he doesn't go in the next few picks here.
No, Murray's still there.
What about this guy Saidi Sissoko? What's his deal?
Who?
I don't even want to pronounce his name.
Jimmy might have to talk less.
Possible for me.
Did we get his full Marcus Smart reaction? I want to see what
it's like the Patriots lineman, City Sow.
City Sow, yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. City Sow.
All right. I'm looking at guys' names that people sent me. Okay, how about
look at John with the hat? Is that for good luck? A little good luck charm?
We're on the clock, right? It's good luck. Honestly, it's always a mad scramble.
G.G. Jackson's a guy that's going to be there. Jordan Hawkins? What's his deal?
Man, Clowney's a great pick to Brooklyn. So Brooklyn's on the clock again, right? At 22?
Yeah.
Wait a second. We want to fire Brad now?
Why is that?
Because of this draft, I guess, according to this guy.
What did people want?
Fireworks. As if you didn't get them yesterday.
Yeah.
How about Chris Murray?
That's my guy.
Joe Sway's all for
I don't think he'll be there, but if he's still there, absolutely.
We're getting close, Joe Sway. Like,
yeah.
This is the time where you say, well, wait a second. Why is this guy still on the board?
Why not us, right?
Why not us? We're getting close.
He's 23, 35% career three-point shooter, 70% from the line. So not a great shooter. What's he, 6'8"? So he's got that wing size. 60% from 2 and a positive assist to turnover rate. So he's just a,
anybody like
veteran wing.
Trace Jackson Davis.
Oh, at 35, I loved him before the Porzingis deal, but I don't know if you have minutes for a big, do you?
Bobby, if you like
why
a guy
does this
enough,
matter?
Yeah, if you like a guy
you're
enough,
you're going to be freaking out that they're not playing the guy.
You're not worried about minutes next year. You need players who are going to be good for you for in a couple of years for hopefully a long time.
All right, then I'm all for it. Put him in Maine.
You can't just worry about can this guy step in and play? Sherrod, we have not had a chance to hear from you on anything, including I'm sure a period of mourning for you.
We haven't heard from Jimmy either, right?
Hold on, because we
haven't, but nobody cares about me, Bobby.
We're gonna do Marcus.
For the record, Jimmy, I asked.
You did.
We're going to talk about Marcus later. We're going to talk about Sherrod's big board, and he too has Whitehead.
Hey, okay.
How
can you?
I do. I like Whitehead.
The more we go, deeper into these picks here, it's a gamble, but he seems like could be the steal.
Jimmy's just saying names.
No, I've got a couple of guys in my holster. John.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx it. I don't want somebody else.
Sherrod watches ACC basketball.
Well, here's the thing.
I didn't say real quick. I didn't see any Syracuse guys go yet. What's up with that?
That's because they're not good, Jimmy. That's
trash, man.
Works. Okay, good players are in a draft. Bad players are not in a draft, Jimmy. That's kind of how this works.
I just wanted you to say it. That's all. Now you can speak, Sherrod.
Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you for the permission to speak, Your Honor.
Gentlemen.
As John mentioned, I am very much in mourning.
Man.
Me all day. This is my Marcus Smart box of cereal. It's been with me all day.
Damn. Forgot about those.
Is it empty or is there cereal in there?
The first box is empty. This is the second box. The second box,
okay.
That's the one you don't open. There you go.
Yeah, this is the one I did not open. The other one I just smashed through that today.
Have you talked
to him, you did it today?
What's that?
You did it today?
Talk to him?
Yes, after midnight, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. You watching some smart highlights?
You know what, man?
We're waiting to see, of course, too, that trade go through officially.
Yeah. It's just, I get it. I absolutely get it. And if you'd have told me that you could get Kristaps Porzingis and 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart, I'd do the deal. And I love him. I would do that deal.
It's just a last-minute swap, right? That just really shook things up.
It was. I mean, they want, but it speaks to how badly they know they needed Kristaps Porzingis. They watched. They were, they had front row seat to the playoffs last year, and they saw the same thing that we did. That you need to have another stretch big. Al is all you had. No disrespect to your guy Luke. No disrespect to Muscala.
There's a little here, by the way, a little bit, but all right.
Yeah,
he survived.
Yeah, but I get it. I get it. I hate the fact that he's gone. I hate the fact that now Memphis is basically we may see Tony Allen 2.0 in Memphis.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
Because
I
mean, you're gonna love him down there.
And he gets a 25-game start to be their starting point guard.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let me ask you this: I said this in the last time we went live. Does it get better than this in terms of this type of front?
You guys like Whitehead a lot, right?
The frame is gone.
Here comes John.
Damn it!
Bad news, John.
At Brooklyn?
Yep.
Damn it!
Wow, 2 great picks back.
Clowney and Whitehead. Boom, boom. Nets.
Yeah.
And they have experience with this. If you'll remember back in the day.
Give me Murray.
Karis LeVert to Brooklyn. A huge medical red flag out of Michigan. And ended up being a sensational pick. I forget what exactly his injury concern was, but something lower body too. And Whitehead, of course, the foot surgery this month, the second foot surgery, scared teams off from his former lottery level status. So you get a guy who's
not Bobby. He would have been top 5 if not for those injuries. I mean, this was a McDonald's All-American MVP, one of the number 2, number 3 player in the country coming. This was damn it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Damn it. That was going to be such a great pick at 25.
Murray's still there then. Murray's still there. But no, Sherrod, I was going to say real quick, the return for Marcus Smart, right? And that kind of structured deal, 3-team deal, it doesn't get better than that, right? A 20-plus point scorer coming off his best season, one of the best seasons of his career. He's 27. Yeah, it's injury history. It's checkered. You got checkered past. But, I mean, you take the dice. You roll the dice on a guy like this, right?
Well, here's what you got to keep in mind. First and foremost, the Celtics are maybe one of the more experienced teams in load management. So right then and there, you've got a framework that can allow him to, from a health standpoint, be okay. Number 2, he's not going to be the main option or the number 2. Hell, he may not even be the number 3, depending on how Malcolm Brogdon takes this vacuum of minutes that the Celtics now have available with Marcus Smart in the mix. So at best, he's the number 3 option, which means that the pressure that he would normally feel that he's felt other places, it ain't going to be there anymore. Yeah. It's just not going to be there anymore. So I think for him, it's going to be a much more seamless transition than I think it would have been if he were going to be the number 2 guy or the number 1 guy. And for the Celtics, this is a significant upgrade for that number 3 hole. Because it was number 3 by committee.
By committee, yeah.
There wasn't a clear number 3. Who's your third best player? He has the skill set to be your number 3 player. And a 7'3" 3-point shooter. Only guy who shot better from 3-point range, 7 feet and taller, was Lauri Markkanen. So he's that good a player. And yes, he's had the injury history, and I get that. And the Celtics definitely need to be concerned about that. But I don't think it's going to be an issue simply because of the load management that he'll be asked to carry won't be what it's been elsewhere.
Jimmy, what's your take, Jimmy?
For as
well the Celtics pick
in a couple picks.
My take on the whole last 24 hours?
Yeah, the Marcus Smart trade and,
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, I don't know if any of them.
Take on the newest Celtic before the newest Celtic is selected in a few minutes here.
Right. So, like everybody, I think our heads were kind of spinning a little bit all day today. Sherrod, he dealt with it by just going ham on some cereal. I totally appreciate that.
Those was bomb too, man.
I totally understand where he's coming
from. This has been with me all day.
Yeah. We all know Marcus Smart, and it's so interesting because Marcus Smart has been such a polarizing player on this team where the reactions have been so extreme one way or the other. Like I got a tweet from one person saying, the Celtics just, made the biggest mistake, in X amount of years. They got rid of the heart and soul of the team. They got rid of the only guy who cares. He's a winner and all that stuff. And then we got other guys.
It sounds like Nick, but
somebody else will say good riddance. You know what I mean? So it's pretty rare to have those two opposite ends of the spectrum. And I'm probably somewhere in the middle, which is not interesting. But what I'll say is this. If you're a diehard Celtics fan, and I think a lot of people who are watching this show probably are, you definitely felt something today. You felt a certain type of way about hearing that Marcus Smart was traded. And so that's because you've probably been a fan before he was drafted. You followed his career. You understand his growth with the organization, the way he embraced the team, the city, all the stuff he's done off the court, whether it's, Children's Hospital.
Chris Murray off the board.
Murray off the board.
Damn.
Of course, Whitehead and Murray back to back. The two guys.
There's a tribe deep to left. No, but that's kind of how you feel that way.
I hate you, Jimmy. I hate you. I hate you so much.
That was pretty good.
No, but let me just finish real quick, and then we can get back to the draft. That's how you're feeling right now. That's why you feel the way you do. Marcus Smart, talent-wise, we saw, I think, the best version of Marcus Smart that we're ever going to see. He won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. This year, I think he's, dealt with a couple things, and he is who he is. But what he gives you in effort and heart and desire to play hard and his backbone and his willingness to fight is something that Celtics fans
guys,
like. Yeah.
Two picks to go.
I'll see you guys.
No. We're going to do a lot of smart talk on the back end. We got 2 picks to go. What do you guys like?
OMP.
Money Bates.
Huh?
Too early for Bates.
I know. It's a great story, though. I'm thinking strictly content, Bobby. I'm thinking content right now.
Bobby keeps saying too early for this, too late for that. Bobby,
it doesn't matter.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Nikola Jokic is the best player in the NBA. If you were the GM, you never would have drafted.
Is Nick Smith still available?
Mm-hmm.
If you like a guy,
not much of a playmaking
who cares?
guard, though.
What?
Not much of a playmaking guard.
Is it too late for
Murray's off the board?
I wonder if it's too late for Nick Smith.
Oh, definitely.
I'm just kidding. But for real, that's probably that's the last top 20 name I'm seeing on the board right now.
Yeah, and for good reason. I mean, 2.4 assists per game. It's not enough from a point guard. He wasn't my first choice there. If they're going point guard, I like Kobe Jones because of his ability to play that wing spot.
Kobe will be a good pickup at this point.
Nick Smith's got some size, a little skinny at 185.
I know.
But...
I mean, 6'5", 185, but he can score, and he can handle it. And whatever.
Goodman was a guy who liked him.
Of the players remaining, this is the highest upside guy. This is a guy who I even with. Before
some of the comparisons are Hero and Poole. You like Jordan Poole.
Before the tournament began, Nick Smith was in some people's top 10, and kind of fell into the teens, low teens sort of situation. But this might be the sexiest name remaining on the board. I know you guys like other people, but I don't think any of you guys put him on your list, right?
Who?
No, I mean I don't think you need another scorer.
That's who I want.
It never hurts to add scoring.
I want Trace Jackson Davis. I think
I'm a big fan of him, Jimmy. I don't.
He's a good player. I like him. He was on my list.
I think he'd be playing in Maine mostly next year, just because of the amount of centers you have.
Yeah.
But he's a guy who needs to learn to shoot.
Anything short that isn't
no jump shot.
He's an Indiana guy. There's a bit of a connection there, boys. Don't forget.
Oh, absolutely. I think that matters for sure.
So
he is a late first round guy. This is his range.
I think I just called the pick. I really hate to say it, but.
He was my top option at 35.
To the M, to the P.
Gone.
What?
Gone.
Who?
Jeez.
All right, so the Celtics are on the clock.
Celtics are on the clock. What happened here is
Maxwell's
Sacramento
prospect.
selecting OMP and trading him to Dallas.
So you're talking upside, John.
Wait, what happened?
The guys you want to look up for here, obviously, are Nick Smith.
There goes your defender right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sensabaugh out of Ohio State's another scorer. That guy with a little bit more.
All right, Kobe
size
Jones
on the
is.
wing. And then
I'm probably taking Kobe at this point.
Oh, so they're trading him.
The other four
trading
gone
him
out
to
of
Dallas.
five.
So the rest of Bobby's list doesn't matter to you guys?
The Kings are trading Rashawn Holmes in 24 to Dallas. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
saw it right now. Wow.
OMP is going to Dallas.
He's going to Dallas.
Makes sense. Some defense next to Luka.
Also, Leonard Miller. Did anybody mention
I was just about to
that
say
name?
his
Because
name.
again,
That
if
was
you're looking for wing depth, and so, there's another player that's kind of sitting there that we didn't talk about.
Who are your picks?
Sensabaugh, yeah, and Leonard Miller.
Get your
Leonard
picks
Miller.
in. I already made mine. Trace Jackson Davis. The famous.
You're in a good spot here. These are a lot of good names.
There's
Trace
some decent names here.
Davis.
Yeah.
Miller, Sensabaugh, and Nick Smith would definitely be those upside plays.
Yep.
But I like a Kobe Jones.
I like
Nice,
Kobe.
Kobe Jones.
rock solid player who can do a lot of different
At this
things on
point,
the perimeter.
of all the guys we've talked
Solid
about,
player.
he's probably the one guy I like the most.
Jimmy, I like your pick too. I really do.
You should. I did a lot of.
He was on my 5 guys to watch at 25. He was the 5th guy.
Kobe Brown's another interesting one. It'd be a reach, but
It would be.
that's another guy I liked in the second round.
Are you guys watching on TV or are you just looking on Twitter and refreshing?
I've just got Shams texting me.
Okay, directly. Yeah.
So Miller was 13th.
Shams got Woj bombed last night. Shams needs a big rebound.
What do you mean about the second trade?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the reason we all thought that Porzingis was coming for Brogdon.
He wasn't
Quick
wrong.
stuff on.
He reported.
Quick on,
he reported the
He
information.
wasn't wrong, but the deal didn't happen.
And then he reported that it got blown up. I mean, it was news. It wasn't fake news. It wasn't
No,
like bad
it was
reports.
real.
It just the
was
deal
real.
died.
Yeah. The Clippers saw the
Would you
medical.
pick-
Whoa. Hey, let's
I don't believe that happened. I
You know
really
what?
don't.
You're calling conspiracy? So what happened then?
I think they got cold feet or they started looking for more stuff and Brad just didn't have time to mess around. I think that Marcus deal was already fully baked. I think it's even possible they were going to do Marcus regardless. And that trade was there. And when they Clippers started hemming and hawing or whatever, or asking for more or needing more time, they said, yeah, see you later. And they just went and they turned the Memphis thing into a 3-way. I honestly think it's possible they were going to do both.
Was it
deals.
Chris? I can't remember the timeline. Was the Chris Paul deal done before or after? Because I think Chris Paul was still in play when the Clippers pulled out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because I thought that was kind of what
Paul happened today.
That happened today.
It happened this morning. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the Clippers
Buddy
had,
texted me and said he heard some speculation that they were going to trade Marcus for Tyus Jones and picks in a separate trade.
and so that's what I think was possible. I think that
Yeah, we kicked that around too.
we kicked that around a little bit. I think it's possible they had a fully baked deal with Memphis that involved Tyus Jones and picks for Marcus. And instead of Tyus Jones and picks, they retained Malcolm Brogdon and picks, and they just did the deal straight up for that. But I think that Marcus deal was there also potentially. Because again, there's no way you turn around, call Memphis and be like, hey, we haven't talked at all, but can we do a really complicated 3-way deal? And I've got an hour and 9 minutes to do it. There's no way that deal was fully cooked. And then they just had to make it work with Washington and make sure everybody got something that they wanted out of it. That's it.
Another pretty good draft from Houston, by the way. Thompson and
How do you know?
getting Whitmore at 20.
I love Whitmore at 20. Oh,
Yeah.
oh!
Just in
I was
terms
really
of
hoping he would
guys
drop
who-
a little more.
Marcus Sasser and trading
All
to
right.
Detroit for number 31.
Oh, he's going to Detroit?
Yeah. So the
Oh,
Celtics
that's
have
who the
drafted
Celtics
picking
picked.
31.
Marcus Sasser at 25 and trading to Detroit for number 31.
So you might still get a guy you like at 31. Sasser, compare him to Pritchard.
I liked him at 35
6'1"
before the
guy.
trade, but yeah.
A great shooter from distance, a guy who can defend at his size. Makes a lot of sense for Detroit. Wouldn't have made as much sense for Boston, though. I do like his game.
Number 31 in what?
What?
It's got to be something else involved here, right?
Yeah.
So you might be picking up some second rounders here.
You might
Yeah.
be.
Well, you're going into the second
But
round.
what you did was,
right?
or you might have just said, I don't feel like giving guaranteed money, and I'd rather a second round pick.
That would be a horrific decision. I would.
Well, let's see. Who did I say they traded to?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Detroit was there at 31. Let's see. Do they have any other seconds here?
The Celtics or Detroit?
Detroit. Trying to see if they have anything else.
So Memphis is drafting for Boston, who's trading the pick to Detroit.
Yep.
No, Boston's trading the pick to Detroit.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't know.
Yeah, no other picks. They just have 31. Detroit.
Or maybe there's cash considerations.
Did Belichick take over draft night? What the hell trade was that?
Yeah, that was a Belichick trade for sure.
You're gonna get some real assets here.
No, you're not. You think they got?
I mean, you're not getting cash.
Why not?
Cash is more second round.
You're just getting a second round pick with the 31st pick.
Yeah, but you're giving up a first.
Right. So wouldn't it make sense if you're giving up a first and you're getting a second that you get a second and some cash?
Yeah.
You might get some cash.
That makes sense.
But I think you'll get additional picks.
But you have more flexibility with the second round picks with the UCBS.
Well, you're not getting them from Detroit because they don't have any more second round picks.
Who does this?
No, it might be some future seconds.
What?
Yeah, I can see that.
Because the Celtics don't have a lot of future seconds.
No.
They've traded them for Fournier and Muscala. And
oh, you said the F word. Guys. Damn.
That means we have to stay up for another 20-something
minutes.
Fine.
We?
Good, because I was only 1/10 done my
Brad
Marcus Smart
Stevens
spiel.
just will not make a first-round draft pick. He can't do it.
He can't do it. He's scared. What the F just happened? Why was this the trade? This trade's garbage.
What do you want?
You don't even know what it is yet, Jimmy.
How many more Marcuses are they going to trade today?
Yo, Bobby, make sure that pick looks good. Man.
Trade to Detroit for pick number 31. Detroit obviously really likes this guy. What do they like about this guy, Bobby? Do you know anything about Sasser?
Should have threw in Beach.
I'm a big fan of him. He was one of my guys when they were picking at 35.
He was the top of my list for 35.
Yeah, he's very similar to Pritchard, Jimmy.
He was supposed to be the Pritchard replacement before Marcus got traded.
Someone has
to tell me a little early to get him.
What'd you say, John?
What else are they getting?
Right, that's what I'm saying. What else are they getting?
Big bags of cash.
If Wick trades for cash,
lunch money,
we're knocking down his door,
pretty much.
And we're stealing all of his stupid, extremely expensive tequila. Because he's got plenty of cash. It's like $20 for a shot of that stuff.
Okay.
This also
allegedly.
Keith Smith reminding John that this does open up the mid-level exception as well.
No, he said it by name.
Non-guaranteed.
He said John.
No, I'm just telling John.
I was gonna say.
So that's the reason behind this, Bobby?
That's important if you want to go get a free agent.
Okay. If it makes sense, then I'm willing to come off where I'm at mentally.
They get to use the $5 million taxpayer MLE.
Yep.
Have fun.
That's what you got Gallinari with last year.
I know.
And your guy Schroeder a couple of years before that.
Guy.
He was my guy, to be honest. He wasn't your guy. Your guy's guy was Marcus, and guess what? They're both shipped out of town.
Yes, they are. All right, want to continue your Marcus rant, Jimmy?
Not really. I mean, every time I do, something
You said
happens.
you're only 1/10 done.
I think I said what I need to say. I'm trying to speak for Celtics fans who are hurt today. I think I hopefully got to that part of it. Now, the other half of it is Porzingis coming in. I understand why they did it, and I understand that Porzingis can be, some semblance of the unicorn.
Well, hold on. Thought. Why trade for the first at all and give up your second? It's not even an asset at this point. Like
it makes me wonder.
All you wanted was to draft in the second round anyway. Why get this? Like,
unless the guy that you wanted, John, is off the board, and you're just like, we're not going to draft a guy in the first round that we don't like.
Which is probably either Murray or Whitehead.
John, that's a good point. Everyone was like, "You got 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart."
There are future seconds in play here. There's something else. Yeah. Okay, it's not
Who cares?
I thought it was just the savings. I don't mind that because second-round picks have become actually valuable currency in the NBA now. So it's not the worst thing in the world. It's actually, especially now with
you didn't have
especially now with the
you
cap
pretty much
saving.
used all yours.
Yeah. With people trying to really manipulate the cap and having to give out guaranteed contracts to rookies that you're going to have to decide if you're going to pay them or not in 3-4 years before they have a chance to contribute. Those low first round picks aren't great nowadays.
Back to your original point though, John, if you do, 31's borderline first round, so it's not like you move back too much.
No. It's fine if there's something else in play. If it was just for the mid-level and this and that,
I'm just saying though, the notion that they got a haul in terms of picks, like the Warriors really going to collapse next year. I just don't see it.
It says future seconds, so multiple.
Yeah, you'd probably get 2.
Who traded their pick earlier? Indiana traded back and got 2 future seconds from 2028 to move back 1 spot. So the Celtics might have gotten a handful here to move back 6, right?
Yeah.
A handful? 5?
But that was maybe 3.
Big your hands.
It's at least 2 because it's picks. We know it's plural.
These are.
I'm just not gonna get. I'm not gonna get all.
Wow, I haven't looked at the crowd. When did all these people get here? Holy!
Everyone came thinking the Celtics were gonna make a pick.
I guess so. When did you guys get here?
Meanwhile, our graphic here looks like he's going to Boston. I guess that's how they do it, though. They put on the hat.
I hate that the NBA does this because you go back to look at the drafts and you're like, what? Celtics didn't take Marshawn Brooks didn't play. Well, he did, but not when they drafted him. Like, what the? It's so.
What was it? Vince Carter, the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, just fix it after the fact. Go back in and edit it. Don't let the final record be the team that drafted and eventually traded the guy. It's so ridiculous that the NBA does that. Like, figure it out.
It's unofficial, John.
Sorry, it's annoying.
You're pretty fired up about this, John.
It's so annoying. Figure it out.
You've had this brewing for years, I can tell.
Yeah, it's one of my things, like high-fiving after misses on free throws. Like, come on.
What, you mean at the free throw line?
Yeah, it's stupid. Hey, nice job. See if you can't miss the second.
Get the next one. Yeah, right.
So now we all have to follow Sasser's career for the rest of his career. We have to follow.
Jimmy, you will follow Sasser's career.
You don't know that the Celtics would have taken him.
But they could have.
No. What Jimmy's saying is.
So this is going to be Desmond Bain.
All over probably again. Should have. So now we have to follow.
This is going to be Desmond Bain.
This
something
is
big
all over again.
That pick's going to be thrown around.
They could and they should have.
Just for a couple of low budget.
Still haven't gotten over Carson Edwards, huh?
Seriously.
Still haven't gotten over Carson Edwards, huh?
What's that?
You still haven't gotten over them drafting Carson Edwards.
No, I haven't.
Very quickly, my friends. Okay, what do you not feel like doing in the summer? Sometimes
cooking,
especially on a night like this.
Absolutely. And what does Factor Meals allow you to do?
Not cook, baby.
Not cook, baby. That's exactly right. If you want to get down with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, there you have it. Factor Meals, delivered straight to your door. You save time, eat well, tackle everything on your to-do list. Boom, you're done. No prep, no grocery shopping, nothing. You're ready to eat in 2 minutes. So get down with this now. Smart meals under 550 calories.
Factor Meals, kid.
Protein plus meals, 30 grams of protein. Veggie, vegan, keto, calorie smart. Whatever you want there. Breakfast, doesn't matter. Chef prepared, dietitian approved, weekly options. So get down with this as soon as you can. With Factor, rest assured you're making a sustainable choice. 100% of delivery of our delivery missions to your door, 100% renewable electricity for their production sites and offices. So you're doing a good thing in a lot of different ways, and you're not firing up your gas stove or your gas grill and friggin' cooking for the 20, 30 minutes. It's just boom, 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Factormeals.com/garden50. Use the code garden50. Get 50% off your first box. That's code garden50 at factormeals.com/garden50. Get 50% off your first box and fill out the form in the description, and you get yourself a Garden Report t-shirt. Celtics make a pick. They draft Marcus Sasser. Jimmy is going to be actively following his career. The rest of us will legitimately forget he ever existed.
No, you won't. You absolutely will not forget. I won't let you.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? It just popped in my head. John, I know you remember this. Jimmy, you might remember it too. When the Celtics drafted Troy Bell that year.
Yeah.
Troy Bell, BC's
Troy Bell, number 13
I lost
something.
it. And then they traded him right after. I'm like,
it went to Jerry West in Memphis at that.
It went to Memphis. I'm like, man, the guy was like a legend, BC legend. Yeah. Obviously,
I love Troy
kid.
Bell. I'm actually shocked. I couldn't believe he flamed out so quick. I thought he had an NBA game.
Me too.
Well,
man.
he's a BC guy.
He was awesome. Ben Shepherd, number 26.
I was so pumped for like 90 seconds before they announced the trade that he was going to Memphis. I was like, yeah. Geez.
John,
what?
Somebody paid $10 to ask you this question. So,
what is it?
Hopefully, you have a good answer for him.
Can
you share what kind of ice you buy?
That's a good question.
For $10.
That's more of a second round question.
I always hear the clank and slush of the ice in that cup. It's mildly therapeutic to listen to.
That is kind of your trademark.
Ice makes a drink.
Who buys
ice? Crushed ice kind of guy.
I wouldn't say ice.
Sherrod, don't try to fake it.
Some people buy ice.
You've either got it or you don't, buddy.
People buy ice, but it's like alternatives. It's not a brand name.
John's got the crushed ice.
No, don't do that. You know why? Because it just sprays everywhere out of the fridge.
So John, here's a legit question: Is your refrigerator make ice automatically, or do you guys have ice trays?
No, it makes ice.
Okay, so it's
that I buy.
Okay.
So
I buy these special bags.
It's Newton Ice. That's probably what you're hearing.
It's Newton Ice. It's
Newton Ice.
It's pretty high.
No, that's not out of the bag ice that you smash on the ground at a cookout. That's not
probably filtered ice.
It's
no way.
Smash on the ground.
It's Newton Ice.
You're not hearing any fluoride in
your
that
town.
ice.
Yeah, your town's water supply suffers, so I get the best ice. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to speaking of Newton.
$10 well spent.
A couple of guys, Paul and Camden, Newton South grads, buddies. Of the Quirk family that lives a few doors down from me here in Newton, came over to say hi. And they're friends of a neighbor. They came over to say hi. They watched the show. They said they watched our afternoon show when we went up. Bobby, you and I went live, and I told them to tune in tonight, and I told them I'd give them a shout out.
Wow. They
Newton
knocked on
South
your door?
grads. They saw me outside, just futzing around trying to mow my lawn, and they came over to say hi.
Can I do some yard work?
I was doing some yard work.
Okay.
I was.
Is that why you're potential?
Bobby wants to plow straight through and just get back to basketball. I'm saying hi to new friends, Bobby. I'm reaching out to my friends.
But I want to talk about Nick Smith Jr.
Bobby's like, I've got my paper here.
He's like, I got the 27th pick right here, fellas.
Bobby interrupted my Marcus Smart spiel too. He was like, just rifled off some random name that got drafted, like he wasn't even listening.
All right, we can wait.
All right,
no, Bobby, do it.
He's
you've heard him.
He's Mel Kiper on the version of
Shout out to New and South, man.
Somebody pay attention to me. I'm the eldest boy.
This guy, please.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bobby.
Nick Smith, your guy gone, John.
Well, could have had him. I'm going to follow his career forever.
Well, everyone's career
That's
from now until
his career.
31.
There you go.
In Charlotte, alongside Miller.
Hey, Celtics got 2 firsts for Marcus Smart. You never thought they'd even get one, right? Well, guess what? Now they only got 1. Congratulations.
And like 40 seconds.
And next year they're going to trade their next year they'll trade the 27th for pick overall because it's Golden State. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great one, I'm sure.
I know, right? That's not going to be good.
They're not even going to use it.
You never know. Sometimes dynasties fall quicker than people expect.
Again, like if it's good, fine, but let's not sit here and act like they got 2
lottery
top
picks.
5 picks
in
the future.
No,
yeah.
won't be.
They got 2 20s.
Even a lottery pick.
2 in the 20s.
Yeah.
And everyone's saying, oh my God, how'd the Celtics get picks and not the Wizards? I mean, you got a couple late fares for Smart. You know,
the Wizards.
It's solid value. It's nothing amazing.
The Wizards got more for Chris Paul than they got for Bradley Beal.
The Celtics got more for Marcus Smart than
well, because you took on a tough contract in Poole.
What's that, John?
The Celtics got more for Marcus Smart than the Wizards got for Beal. It's all about money. The money is just
the contract.
Every move right now has nothing to do with the player. It's just about the money. I mean,
those picks.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Again, I'm looking at that Beal haul, going back to that situation. You know, depending on what Poole turns into or not, but I mean, all of those seconds and pick swaps that go into the 30, go into 2030, like that could be their Brooklyn, you know, KG Pierce trade. That could completely turn them around. I mean, you have no idea where those picks are coming in.
John, you got an ice follow up.
We got another ice one.
Yeah.
Quick follow up here.
Is this the same guy?
Quick follow up.
I'm hoping.
It has to
hoping
be. Which he's not $20. He's $20 in the hole now. He just wants some. He just wants a cup of that ice.
I feel like we're in the second round.
So
can you just get that ice in a cup for this guy?
We are a 2 fridge in the kitchen household. Okay.
Wait, time out. What does that mean?
We've got 2 big ass refrigerators in our kitchen.
That's banana.
I've seen it.
Some people do that.
I don't think that many people do that.
Yeah, some people do.
You don't have a big family.
Well, actually, it's usually like a big freezer. You keep all
In fact, all your kids are like under 10 years old. Who's eating all that food? Actually, don't answer that.
There's kids.
They're kids, Jimmy.
You have no idea how much stuff.
And they grow.
No idea how much you have to stock when you have children. No idea. Adults can live on like a jar of mustard. You know, like.
Let me rephrase. 2 fridges isn't that crazy. Like sometimes you get one in the garage.
I think one is a Kenmore, but I have to go check. I'll check it out. I got to get up and look.
Do you have a garage?
Yeah, man. It's $20 here, John. If he throws in another one, man, you got it. You got to check it out.
John, do you have a garage?
One of them is like 40% kimchi. I'm not kidding.
If you have a garage, usually that's
where
the second fridge
goes. I had some last weekend.
Yeah.
Doesn't go in the kitchen. That must be confusing. Like, oh, like it's in the fridge. Oh, you open up the wrong fridge.
The chat has turned on Zans. Yeah, they're gonna just start asking like obnoxious questions to get you going.
Yeah, that's fine. We're just biding our time until we get to 31. Bobby has something to say.
Yeah, this is probably the area. I mean, Jones is still on the board, right? But this is probably an area where you'd consider Jackson a little bit more. John, you are so intrigued with Jackson.
Yeah, I am, and you're right. He starts to come into play.
He was on my list for 35, and now that it's not that far off in terms of the talent drop off, right? I mean, he's worth considering, honestly.
You can work on the shot. You can work on that shot. It's going to be
shot.
It's going to be hard to work with, but man, feel for the game, the kind he has.
And a freak athlete.
You can't teach that.
Defense.
He can guard multiple positions. I think he's ideal for pick and roll.
Sensabaugh, 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensabaugh.
Jazz. Ohio State's own.
Jazz.
So we got the Pacers and the Clippers next.
I'll be really excited if they get Jackson. I know the shot's tough, but
no, man.
Jackson's
a defender, man. I mean, I think this guy could be.
Wait, aren't you still? Isn't Kobe? Isn't your guy still there? Cody?
He's still there. That's
the first
choice. Yeah.
Julian Strother at 29.
He was at my list too for 35 as well. From Gonzaga.
Only one of these guys left.
Colby's still there. You got one left.
Oh,
that's a good pick too, Jimmy, from Gonzaga. He shot 40% from 3.
Rod has anyone left? Lewis?
Maxwell Lewis, yeah.
Maxwell Lewis.
I don't love him.
Wait,
I don't either. I think I had him 4th. I think.
Wait, did the kid from Alabama go yet? No.
Clowney?
No, the other one right there. Oh no, who's the second one?
That's he went.
That was Smith. Right.
Who?
So who else? I had one more on my list, and I'm looking at my thing here. I can't find it. I had one more name I found intriguing, and I can't find. I'm trying to see who got drafted versus who didn't at this pit.
Who's still on the board? Yeah. Owen Meth was gone. Well, he's gone, right?
Yeah. So we're through 29. Celtics have pick 31, and they've acquired more picks as a result. We still don't know the haul, do we?
Not exactly, but two future
second rounds.
It's 2 future seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do know.
Well,
we still know
what they are.
What year?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's 2. The plural was the lowest plural.
Yes.
Okay.
Has D
Bobby said it was a handful. Yeah.
Could have been 3. Yeah.
Could have been 20.
At 2 is not great value, but let's see who they get here.
Is D still on the board?
Leonard Miller's still on there as well, right? That guy's dropped pretty far. Lewis, of course, I don't love.
Bobby, is D still on the board?
Who?
D's.
He's gonna do it to him, right?
I was like, Bobby, don't say who.
I almost fell for it.
Damn it! I thought I had him.
It took me a second too. I looked down. I was like, wait a minute. D's?
I mean, the way he's been pronouncing names tonight, I was like, who?
I wasn't even paying attention till he said it, and I looked up, and I was like, just the way that the screen looks, it looks like he's just kind of like looking at Bobby, like, come on, say it. Say it.
I thought I had him.
Say it.
And Bobby, you just tell the look on his face, just like, I know what you're trying to do right
God
now.
damn it.
You had a chance. You had me there for a
Yeah, you got me for a second.
Close. I think I saved him.
I think you screwed it up, John.
You might have.
If you just repeated, if Bobby repeated it, if he just said it, D's.
I was ready to pounce. I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
All right, Celtics are on deck. The Clippers are up now at 30.
Everyone would be cool.
Don't trade back again. This is like a Patriots draft,
cool.
John.
Well, it is a Patriots draft, which is great. While we do this, you guys want to wager who the Celtics might take at 31? You probably
I'm going with Kobe Jones.
Right now, John?
What's wrong with Kobe Jones?
Yes,
sign
up. Just sign up. Jimmy, we're running out of time. Go to FanDuel.com/Boston. Sign up. You get a no sweat first bet up to 1,000. You could put 1,000 on Colby Jones right now, and if you get it wrong, you get 1,000 back. No big deal. And then you get to bet on something else. That's what you can do when you sign up at FanDuel.com/Boston.
Jones or Jackson.
In addition to that, in addition to all the stuff you can bet on here with the NBA, Major League Baseball obviously in full swing. So check out America's #1 sportsbook and the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network. Once again, FanDuel.com/Boston. No sweat first bet up to $1,000. The Celtics are not quite on the clock, but they have the 31st
Nuggets
pick.
reached a little bit with Strother.
Yeah. How much is a little?
He was in the 40s. Picked him at 29. I mean, at this point, there's not too big of a gap between even 10 picks.
Never
mind 20.
Like 3 years from now, you won't remember.
Andre Jackson wouldn't be a bad way to go, man.
Bobby, don't forget, these are just mocks from people who think that they have an idea. Maybe they do, but like, it's not the Bible. It's not the Bible. Like, it's just somebody's opinion. Like,
I want to see some guides from that Jokic year. Think he was even on there?
He was like probably not. Yeah, I barely made a sound.
He was sleeping when he got picked. I'm sure some of these guys are as well.
It was a Taco Bell commercial when he got picked.
Yeah.
It just showed up on the
that was flown around a lot a couple weeks ago.
That's got to be one of the great sports stories, the Taco Bell commercial.
11-11, guys.
Either that or Brady getting picked.
Make your wish on who you want them to pick.
Yeah.
Who?
What commercial was playing during Brady?
It's a good question, Bobby.
Does anyone know?
It's a really good question.
Who knows?
What'd you say?
Probably wasn't even on
Hold
TV.
on.
Commercial was playing.
Probably wasn't on TV.
Time to soothe everyone here.
Oh, ooh. Clank. Might be the cup.
This should have been the Wizards pick, remember?
What kind of cup you got over there, John?
A concert cup.
What band?
Fish.
I should have guessed.
That's from the Xfinity Center, 100%.
So is that a soda or was that a
That's the New Year's run at the Garden just now.
Did that used to be a soda?
It used to be a large beer.
A large beer. I didn't know they gave you beers in those types of cups.
Oh yeah, souvenir cup.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Clippers.
Yeah.
Fish, did you like? I'm not even gonna ask actually.
Don't. Are we on the clock yet?
Not quite yet.
Almost.
Not quite.
All right,
yet.
what's everybody's picks? My guy's still on the board.
Kobe Jones.
That's not my guy.
Yeah, Jones.
Jimmy's
your guy's
guy
Jackson Davis.
Is going to be Trace Jackson Davis from Indiana.
Leonard Miller is still there.
And I'm going to go with Tristan
I feel like he could be a
Vukovic.
Oh, he's interesting. Late entry into the draft.
Late entry.
Is he related to the other one there? Nikola?
No, different spelling.
Yeah, different. Another stretch big.
Leonard Miller, John, 13th in the athletic guide.
Oh, yeah?
G League player.
I mentioned, I'm sorry, Miller was the last name on my list. I forgot about him because everyone else went, and that's who I'd had. Miller was the guy that I mentioned.
6'9".
Yeah.
Miller.
6'9", 215-pound
big
ball
dude,
handler.
Guard skills.
Rebounded
still kind of
10 a
still
game.
filling out a little bit.
Wouldn't mind that.
Yep.
Big guard. Like 6'9" guards.
He's 6'9".
Like that. Yeah.
You know?
They haven't really had a guy like that over the years.
No,
I can remember.
That was the other one that I mentioned. Again, if they draft somebody and send them overseas,
That's another one to look for. James Nagy, a big center
really
prospect who could play in Spain. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
Doesn't even matter who they pick anymore. We're talking about second rounders now, John. I mean, I could probably find 10 minutes worth of footage of you trashing on how useless second round picks are.
Kobe Brown at 30.
Oh, that was one of my favorite.
Right?
Kobe, one of my favorite guys.
These are all flyers.
A huge.
Jimmy,
this guy's games. I would actually look up this guy's.
Let them be excited for a little, okay? Because you know what? The Celtics are on the clock with the 31st overall pick.
Let me just say, I love Kobe Brown. This guy, 250 pounds, like a Zach Randolph body, and he's throwing the ball around like he's Luka or something. Like, the guy's passing's incredible. It kind of reminds me of who was that guy who played for the Celtics Summer League last year? Terrence Williams, right? Just an incredible passer. Yeah. He's got a little bit of a shot. He shot well last year from 3. Good defender, but heavy feet. He's going to the Clippers, right?
Yes.
They've drafted guys like that before. You know who they actually drafted was Kevin Gelly.
Kevin. What's he up to?
He played for the Celtics this year.
Yeah, I know, but like, what do you think he's up to?
I don't know what he's been up to since. I doubt he's gonna play.
He played for the Celtics this year.
Calvin
kind of played for the Celtics this year.
Yeah,
he's
for
on the
me
roster,
more, right?
Kevin Gelly.
Kevin Gelly.
All right,
I was going to say Calvin. That's what it was, right? Kevin.
My favorite. No, it was funny. It was Kevin Gelly in the initial misspelling, and then someone called him Calvin Jelly.
Yeah.
I just lost it.
Calvin
hey, question:
Jelly.
If we see it on Twitter, can we yell it out?
Calvin. Yeah, we've been yelling
Let's
it
go.
out.
Kobe Jones.
That's what we were doing.
Just making sure.
I can't wait to yell it out. Oh, Calvin Jelly. Oh, crap. So,
who announces the picks in the second round? Who's the guy that comes out? It used to be
Mark. Can't remember Mark's last name.
Just Mark.
Deputy Commish.
Yeah.
Freaking Mark.
Yeah, what's his name? Tatum.
Yep.
Should have remembered that.
We should have totally remembered that.
Mark Tatum.
Yeah.
I'm just literally just scrolling. I'm just keep pushing down my Twitter feed, waiting for a tweet to fall. But Wait, did you guys say who you wanted?
We've been saying Jones. Jimmy,
everybody wants the same guy.
Again.
No, I want the Canadian dude.
You want Miller?
Yeah.
I want the Canadian dude.
I have two names.
Who you got, Joe Sway?
I like Miller, and I like that. I liked the guy who's not Vukovic from Serbia.
Oh yeah. The 7-footer there, yeah.
Kind of like Andre Jackson right now.
3-point shooter. He'd be a big project. He'd probably be a stash guy, John. You didn't want a stash guy.
I like I said, I don't.
He doesn't mind.
I definitely don't care anymore. Yeah.
John just hoped the person the
Wait,
can
so
play in a couple of years.
You cared at 25, but you don't care at
Meaning
31.
I don't care that they're ready to play tomorrow. The idea, these stash guys, 90% of them never come back. It's like you send them to France, you're just basically just like leaving them in a basket at the top of a mountain. You know, like you're not really like they're not coming back. How many of these guys come back? Like, they brought Yabu back for like 10 seconds. What happened?
The Celtics are trading down.
You're kidding. You're kidding me.
I'll see you later.
This is worse than Belichick.
They're going from 31 to 34 and 39. So they will pick twice over the next 10 years.
I don't hate it. Because
John,
one of those seconds for this year.
You're pathetic. You know that? You're pathetic. You are the last guy that used to love this shit. That trading down into nothingness. They're going to trade 34 and 39
I can't believe
42, 46, and 50.
I can't believe we have to vamp for another 9 picks. That's all I'm saying.
They're going to eventually just trade.
No wonder.
I'm going to go look at what brand my fridge is, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? I'm not kidding.
We got time tonight.
Serial number, the VIN number.
Do you think they just weren't prepared to draft?
He's gonna look up prices for this thing.
You think they just assumed
That's a good theory, Jimmy.
They just did not do their homework.
They need more time.
They didn't realize that they were going to have these picks.
Either that, or they were really crazy about a prospect that got picked, and then they just didn't know where to go from there.
Or they just see him falling.
So the Celtics, according to Jake Fisher, trading down yet again from number 31, swapping with the Hornets for picks number 34 and 39. Serious question, Sherrod. Is Wick poor that he just can't afford anybody else? He needs like
negative.
Charlotte's going with James Najee.
We need to buy. Do we need a GoFundMe? Because we've talked about starting a GoFundMe for Wick. I thought that the tequila sales. I think he's got a lower.
Jimmy's being rude right now.
No, I'm asking a serious question.
You may have had a little bit of that tequila tonight.
I wish I did.
And didn't let us know.
Gerard said you're out of pocket right now. Bro.
Maybe if I did, then Wick would be making some picks tonight.
Wait, when was the last time you saw Wick actually make a pick? He's the check cutter, Jimmy. He doesn't pick the players.
Yeah,
he's been cutting those checks.
You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean.
Do you honestly think that Wick is saying, hey, guys, I don't really want to afford that number 34. Can we flip that and get something a little bit lower? No, Jimmy.
I got to see. I got to see second quarter sales, I guess.
Jimmy, it's not like he's saying, listen, guys, let's not get that top shelf second brand toothpaste. We need to go a little bit lower. Let's get some cheaper toothpaste than that. No. This is Brad.
I don't know.
This is on Brad. And I think I honestly think what's happening is that they're looking at the landscape and thinking there's 3 or 4 guys that we like, and maybe we can get a couple of them instead of just getting one. How can we do that? Can we go down a little bit?
Weird though.
Please.
So you get a couple futures, Gerard, right? But
what's
you're
that?
Getting 2 in this draft. I was gonna say, so you're getting 2 future seconds, and then you're selecting twice in this draft. So I guess you get a little value out of all of this, but it's one of those smart picks. 25 was one of those smart picks, and I guess you're really only getting one, maybe mid to late round pick out of this.
You are
as far as first go.
You are slowly trading into nothingness. There's only so much further back they can go at some point, Bobby. What are they going to do? Trade these 2 for 4 from picks like 45 to 55?
Who took my guy Whitehead?
Brooklyn.
BK.
Okay.
What's interesting there, Gerard, is
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their team doctor actually performed the surgery on him that he underwent earlier this month. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go shoot around here while I wait.
Bobby, if you flip the camera, we will gladly watch you shoot around.
We will watch you shoot. We will not gladly. We will watch you.
Mute it, and I will gladly watch Bobby break a few from 3. I just
meanwhile, Brad's gonna talk at 3 a.m.
Yeah, so much for that 12:30 thing.
As soon as the Celtics make a pick, I am going straight to bed. I get a big day tomorrow. I got a golf tournament, and I haven't even golfed this year. So I need to make sure I'm at least rested.
Not once?
Not once.
By the way, I like the 31st pick here.
Yeah.
James Nash.
Big girl from Nigeria. Yeah.
Yeah.
A late bloomer, played in Barcelona.
So, the Celtics, they could trade down again and get 2 picks from Memphis. Memphis has 45 and 56.
Sherrod.
Oh, Sherrod's already on top of this.
Stop.
Why not go back to Memphis?
I'm looking at how many. I mean, how low can they go?
How low can you go?
You know what? I want them to trade into next year's draft. I don't even care about this year. I want them to trade for as many picks as possible.
Trade out.
Next year.
Let's end the show without a pick.
And then you take Bronny
Wouldn't
James.
that be something if we just talk for an hour and there's no pick?
And then you get LeBron James. That's my plan.
Oh, that's been your plan, Jimmy.
But they need to trade into next year's draft, not this year's. They should be trading for second rounders next year. Damn it.
Do you guys expect me to say something?
No, yeah, we want to know what your fridge is.
About your fridge, man. We're waiting.
It's a Kenmore Elite.
Woo!
Okay.
Oh, that makes some crushed ice right there.
So that explains the ice. It's elite.
The elite part is all about the ice.
That explains the ice.
Clearly.
Kenmore Elite. Let's look it up. What are we talking about here? What kind of fridge are you working with, John?
That's like lottery pick fridge right there.
Shopping.
Charlotte likes picking big men.
Damn, John.
Lottery pick fridge.
You need a good
you get that
fridge,
stainless steel.
And you need a good TV. And everything else, who gives a crap?
Is it 30.6 cubic feet?
Wait a
French
second.
door, freezer on the bottom.
That's lottery pick fridge, and we're not talking like Romeo Langdon lottery. We're talking like lottery.
He got that pull-out freezer on the bottom. Okay. I see you, John.
Versatility.
That's a lot of ice.
Give me read out the features.
Exactly.
Every time you open up that freezer on the bottom, you're like, wow, you could fit a lot in here. Oh, there's another shelf. Oh, where did all this food come from?
You got shelves on. Yeah, exactly.
It's like a magic trick, you know? It's unbelievable.
A lot of ice cream in that freezer? What's going on in there?
Yeah.
What is this, MTV Cribs? You want them to show you?
Damn. Okay.
Where are we?
By the way, Josue, OMP's actual nickname's Omax.
Omax? I call him OMP.
Jalen Pickett.
I like how he got Max in the middle there.
Anyone a Jalen Pickett fan?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be honest.
He was supposed to go close to like 60.
Never heard of him.
I will say once again, it's not ridiculous what they did. It's not,
no, they're picking next, right?
Next.
Yeah, Spurs are on the clock now, I think.
Yeah, they're after the Spurs, aren't they?
Again, from everything you'd heard about this draft, and again, I hate to go all Belichick football style here.
Here you go.
Oh, here we go.
You about to pick from the special teams? What were you about to say?
No, meaning most people said it's an actually pretty deep draft in the sense that you're getting a relatively similar caliber player from like 20 something to 40, you know, like, and so it makes sense. You move into a sweet spot. You get a guy, it's a very Belichick. It's a very NFL move. You get the guy you want. You see it in the NFL all the time. They've got 13, 14, 15 first round grades on guys. Then the next 30 guys are the same. So everyone's trying to move around and try to get more picks and this and that. And it's not the worst thing in the world if you just didn't have your guy and you're like, I literally have the next 20 guys graded the same. Let's see if we can grab a couple of bodies. Because again, right. What I like about more picks is you're taking swings. Okay. I hate the idea of trading
Leonard Miller off the board.
God, forget it. The whole thing is done.
Let's go home.
No, but meaning
Celtics
like
close.
I mean, I guess when you're at this point in the draft, John, yeah, I mean, I guess,
multiple
throw
swings.
Some darts at the board and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Take multiple swings now and find your Jokic.
It's just too bad that they don't. You know what it is? It's
find your Vukovic.
It's too bad that they just don't have a guy they love at that.
Yes.
At any position.
Right.
That's what you want the most. What you like the best is they're so excited about somebody that they pick them in like 1 minute or trade up to get someone because you're like, okay, they targeted someone. It does feel like capitulation. You're just like, whatever. They're all the same. Take my picks. I'll move back. Particularly when you start talking about like money.
They're going to draft like 2 wing guys that like, some potential. Like at this point in the draft, like what else are you going to get, right?
Your guy.
Yeah, well, he's still there. He's still hanging out.
You talking about Trace?
Yeah.
He was the only guy in my top 5 that's still on the board.
That's still there, huh? Yeah.
I can't believe Kobe Brown's gone. Did not expect him to go in the first round.
No, not that high.
Album suggestions for the fans.
Oh man, nothing new right now.
I'm on a country kick. I don't know if people are gonna like to hear that, but
did you go to what's his name?
I have no idea who you could be talking about.
Who was at Gillette last week?
I did not.
Taylor Swift?
No, who am I? Why isn't it coming?
Bruno Mars?
Luke Combs?
No.
Gillette.
Forget it.
Who was at Gillette last week?
So it's actually Minnesota who got Leonard Miller in a trade with the Spurs. Kobe Jones.
Oh, that Killer Mike album.
The Boston's.
If you're into
Chris Stapleton. That seems like it's your speed, Jimmy.
Oh, that wasn't Gillette. That was at Mansfield.
The Great Woods, Mansfield. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I didn't go to that one, but I went to him in August.
We got a pick.
The Celtics Kobe Jones.
Kobe Jones.
Gotta be.
You got your guy, guys.
You want them?
Pull it up, John.
What do you mean pull it up? I can't make the graphic
pull up
that
my
fast.
Board. No, pull up my board.
Wait,
your
did they
board?
pick him?
What about Sherrod's board?
No, mine.
You had Kobe Jones on your board?
Sherrod didn't have him. Did Josue have him?
I sure did.
He sure did. Why is your board better than Josue's board?
Oh, they took him?
Because he was number 1 on mine.
Oh, there we go.
Because he's ding, 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 ding. Number one.
Look at you. You did have him number 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Did they keep
Take
it, though?
I still wish they got Whitehead, but I'll take it, I guess.
Did they keep it?
Kobe Jones. Bobby, you said you love this guy. I wasn't listening, though. Why do you like him?
I put up a video on him earlier.
Not
Jimmy,
so fast.
Jimmy didn't watch the video.
Jimmy, since you spent the whole day on YouTube, why don't you just take 5 and go
Not
watch
so fast,
Bobby's
guys.
video?
Not so fast.
Rather than have him tell you. They traded it, right, Josue?
Shams. Celtics are trading Kobe Jones to the Kings for number 38. And a future second rounder.
Me. You're effing kidding me. You're kidding me.
It feels like
Bobby was still right, though. I'm going to give it to him.
I'm not.
Did technically draft him.
I'm not.
Yeah. Close, though.
So
you can
the
see how
Celtics
devastated
are
I
playing
look.
the second round game, huh?
So Andre Jackson? Like, what's going on here?
Bobby, I just responded to your tweet.
So now they're picking 38 and 39. That hurts you, Bob?
Yes.
No, 38 and a future second rounder. I don't know if it's tonight.
No, but they also have 39 anyway.
Oh, that's right, from the other trade.
Yep.
So they got they moved back.
Let's go to bed.
And they actually took another second rounder. Hopefully that'll be for next year.
So they've got 38, 39, future second next year, or is it the year after there?
Future second
Did
round.
I just see someone make a reference to Abdul Nader?
Abdel Nader.
They traded
Everybody
back
drink.
3
Everybody drink. We
times.
got an Abdel Nader reference.
Mention.
By the way, Andre Jackson, he's being
Forgot
taken
about
at 37, right?
Yeah.
All right, we give up.
When you break Bobby, you've gone too far.
How can you do that?
How can you do that to Bobby?
I don't know, man. It's kind of funny though. The first thing he says goes, "John, put my list up. Put my list up.
Put my list up quick.
Put it up now.
Victory lap. Victory lap."
Oh, that was devastating.
No, man.
Welcome
I'm
to the
surprised,
show,
too.
Bobby. Welcome to the show. John, you still cool with everything? Everything cool over there? They're going to trade out of the entire draft.
I have a fridge downstairs, too. You want me to go tell you what it is?
You have 3 fridges?
Did they?
Yeah.
They're going to wind up getting Trace.
That was like the
Downstairs fridge is for all
pandemic
the
fridge.
pies.
Yeah.
That's the pie fridge.
No, that was like the pandemic panic fridge.
You got to have a fridge for every day of the week.
When I bought like 800 pounds of meat.
You were that guy that was hoarding all the food?
Oh, my God, yeah.
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 So how many seconds have they picked up? 3?
38, 39.
Well, they picked up
4 actually.
They
because of the one tonight.
They picked up an extra 1 for tonight and 2 in the future. Correct? Is that it? So 3.
2 in the future?
You got the 2 picks for trading down in the first place.
Yes.
And then you got another one here. So you've picked up 3 seconds. 3
because you started with 1.
That's an extra 1 that you're using tonight and 2 future seconds. That's what they've done.
Interesting. Correct? They're gonna do my Bronny idea. I guarantee it. Package a couple seconds, move up.
Oh, the Kings got him, huh?
Damn.
Who else did the Kings get? They made a good
Bobby.
move.
Who's left on your big board?
No one.
So who?
Oh, Jackson, but I have a feeling he'll be gone soon.
Oh, he was on your top 5.
My guy Trace.
Yeah,
I had Jackson for
Trace.
Jimmy, where did you have Trace on your list?
1.
You did?
Yeah.
I mean, you did. Oh, okay.
Sherrod's like, why?
Trace guy. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling that they would make like
We're just
4
having
or 5
fun.
trades down and grab them.
Okay.
Jimmy,
Indiana
what was the nickname for what's his name? Who's O'Connor's partner on the pod?
Vernon.
What did Vernon call him? The
Porzingis?
wounded stork or something?
Yeah. Yeah. It was something horrible about a stork, and it was like so perfect. I have to look.
Something like that. Wounded stork or whatever. I can't remember.
It was a hobbled stork.
Hobbled stork. Similar.
He called Porzingis a hobbled stork.
Oh,
It was
gosh.
like it was so accurate that it like kind of hurt, but you laughed a little.
It was a really good one. It was really
Vernon,
good.
Chris Vernon.
If Amit wasn't doing 12 jobs tonight, I would have him slow down and replay Bobby's reaction when we told him that Colby Jones was traded. Just the slow-mo of the face.
That's definitely going to be Nick's social hit tomorrow.
I kept trying to. I was like, you know what? Let me wait a little
It's
bit,
like-
and then I finally got in.
It'll be just like the Ben Affleck, when he's with Henry Cavill and they're doing the
I
Superman
thought I
review,
nailed it, John.
and like they're telling him that the reviews are bad, and he's just like, that'll be Bobby's face. Just looking it off into the abyss, like they did it. They took him. They took Colby.
They did it. Go to my big board, guys. He's like riding off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Colby Jones.
Bobby,
Going to be
Bobby,
a
they
good
were
player in this league.
they were so you were so wrong about Kobe Jones that they were willing to draft him for somebody else and trade down. That's how wrong you were about them wanting Kobe Jones.
Yeah.
Bulls. Julian Phillips. Julian Phillips to the
Defender.
Bulls.
Yeah.
defensive player.
Yeah.
It rolled out the red carpet so that they wouldn't have to draft him.
Who's up at 36?
Let me while we vamp here, let's filibuster a little bit with some of the smart stuff, as we were talking earlier. One comment, one of the concerns, right, with the whole Marcus Smart trade is the leadership void that's left. And somebody in my mentions left a comment that I thought was really strong, which was look, it's time for the other two guys and we said this before, it's time for the other two guys to step up. And if they can't in his absence, then honestly, you were never going to win anything anyway. Yeah, and I think that's fair. Whether or not Tatum and Brown are ready to kind of, be those guys, if they're not, they were never going to be. How long are you going to keep a babysitter, or a chaperone or other people who aren't the two best players and both supermax guys and have them lead instead of you? It's beyond ridiculous at this point. Going back to the point of refusing the captaincy when Ime wanted to give it to them 2 years ago, up until now, needing someone to charge them up and get them to play hard in super important games, it becomes ridiculous that it's somebody else's job to do that. So I think that's fair. They can't do it. It was never going to happen anyway. You really just can't be relying on your fourth or your fifth best player or a guy who might eventually become a sixth man to be the guy, or Grant Williams, who was out of the rotation, to be the person who's charging people up. I thought that was a reasonable point.
Yeah, that's a silver lining here, right? I mean, well, one of many, but I think that's the one that stands out most, because it's not that there was some sort of conflict between the three, but I just think it makes it applies good pressure on these guys to not only lead, but to know that they're the ones. I mean, they have to run this thing back, and they're the ones that have to galvanize his locker room, the new identity, all of that. I mean, that plays a part here in a big way when you remove someone like Marcus Smart, who was such a vital piece to who you were as a team, your identity, and now they have to build a new one, and it has to be Tatum and Brown that lead it, and I think that's a good thing for these guys. Obviously, coming back off of another run, so close to the NBA Finals, the year before that, 2 wins away. I mean, contract year, whatever, all the talk that's been going on around these guys. I mean, now this is it. There's no more excuses at this point. This is make or break time. It's got to be this year, and if it's not, then it just wasn't meant to be. Honestly, that's the way I look at it. That doesn't mean Celtics aren't going to go out and give Jalen that max extension. I do believe that's still the plan, but I just think there's no more confusion, or there's no more. There's positive. There's good pressure applied on these guys to get it done now, and I think this certainly pushes it in that direction for Tatum and Brown.
They don't. I mean, they don't have the whole big brother got our back thing going on. They are the big brother. They're the ones that are going to have to be front and center, not only in terms of their play, but also in terms of their presence as leaders. I mean, Marcus Smart, he bailed him out many times by taking upon him a figurehead role with this team, and with him out the picture totally now, they got to do it. I mean, it's that cut and dry. And and to John's point, if they can't, that's very telling, because then you gotta have some serious, come to Jesus moments right there. Are these guys built strong enough for us to build around?
Yeah,
mentally. I mean, talent wise, that's not a question, but do they have the mental makeup to lead this franchise to the promised land?
You're gonna have a come to Jaime Jaquez moment here.
You're basically gonna.
I love the guy.
Eventually you'll get rid of
it. Player makes me sick.
Yeah.
Eventually you'll get rid of everybody except Tatum and Brown. They'll be the last two guys standing, and you'll be like, okay, well,
and you'll still be blaming everyone.
We now
else.
know what. Yeah, exactly. We know what the problem is, but it's the teacher.
We just got to be better players.
Teacher's fault. Yeah, exactly. Let's fire the assistant coaches again.
These.
I think it's still Pressey's fault.
Gotta get these.
Andre Jackson went to Milwaukee.
Bobby's gonna die.
Is Ligma still on the
at
board?
What? At the 35 pick the Celtics should have had?
36.
36.
I like Jackson.
So they could have had him at 35.
Yep, they could have.
Get Julian from Gonzaga.
Is Bobby, is Ligma still on the board?
Bobby, what? I was just gonna ask Sherrod a question, and he blinked out of existence.
Yeah, he's
What's up?
He's like
Thanos just snapped him out of existence. Yeah. You said you talked to Marcus. Are you willing to divulge any of it?
No, I texted him. I haven't heard back from him. I texted him a couple times just to,
How you holding up?
Yeah.
I know
we'll
that
be in Boston
well.
next weekend for a event.
Yeah, he's got something coming up.
But well.
You okay, Bobby?
I'm sure that's when we'll hear from him for the first time.
Bobby's playing Tetris.
Bobby, what I was gonna say, Snake game or something. Pac-Man. No, he's playing. He's playing that egg.
Solitaire.
He's playing egg game, John. From I think you should.
I think that might be the best sketch of the
playing
round.
Egg game. It's like, what the hell? He's got a bush.
He's got a bush. That is so funny.
You have 40 eggs. Wait, what?
Yeah. 40 eggs.
What pick are we at, guys? Can't do this any longer.
We're at 37 now. They're at 38 and 39.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see who the Celtics pick for next.
We're at the Titanic sub part of the show.
Yeah.
John, you got any thoughts on the Titanic sub?
I don't know, but Sherrod just left a black window there. You can just.
He said he'd be right back. He said he'd be
I know. We don't need to leave a hole.
Black hole.
Yeah. What? Who did that?
Josue.
Oh my God! Where are you guys going?
Oh, there he is.
Okay, he's back. He's back.
He's there.
Josue, how you hanging in there?
Oh no, I'm not getting in. I'm not talking about that sub.
We can't hear Josue.
My bad.
Titanic sub. I mean,
no.
What is there to say? It's Bologna.
You're the one that brought it up, bro.
Imploded. Well, the guy paid $5 to get our thoughts on the Titanic sub. I think it's completely crazy that people went down there without knowing what they were getting themselves into.
Dude, clearly. I wouldn't even peek my head inside that thing. I can't imagine.
Oh my God.
Just thinking about it just makes me.
It did. I actually woke up in the middle of the night on that first night. Was the thought of, people being trapped, and I had to just get up and walk around a little bit because I was like, so I just nightmare fuel. I don't.
That's something's wrong with you for that to happen. I didn't wake up in the middle of the night, but I will say it sounds like they all died pretty quickly. It wasn't like they suffered for 4 days. So
I love this.
If anything, that's
But I don't believe it. But I love it.
Better than what is this? All right, we'll read it out loud for the people listening. Looks like Brogdon plus a bunch of picks will be the offer beginning tomorrow for DeJounte Murray or Trae Young or Dame.
Who said that?
X3.
Oh, the comment there.
I don't know about Trae or Dame, but
yeah, all those seconds.
You also have a first. Don't forget, Bob. You got a first.
You do.
What do you got going on?
Yeah, I'm sure once you get to free agency, there's going to be some interesting things they can look at here. But
problem is, a couple of those seconds are today, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
You have to think Jordan Walsh is a good one. Amit threw out there. Defense only, though. Not much offense at all.
Perfect. Really perfect.
Where are we now? Are we still at?
Are they up? Celtics might be
I
up.
wonder what Danny Ainge thinks about all this.
They're actually reporting Jordan Walsh on Twitter. So
for who?
What do you mean for who? That's who they picked.
That's the draft pick.
They picked him for
Jordan
hopefully
Walsh.
nobody.
I'm hearing. That's who the Celtics picked?
Apparently.
I don't believe it. Jordan Walsh?
Jordan Walsh. What do we know about Jordan Walsh?
Bobby, what can you tell us?
So Jordan Walsh is a very intriguing player.
There we go. Go ahead.
Arkansas forward, guards all 5 positions, a relentless defender, could even potentially become the best defender in this draft. His length's insane. His physicality is nearly unmatched in this draft. He just guards right up into guys like an inch from their face. There's some Draymond qualities to him defensively. Just a relentless on-ball defender who legitimately can guard 1 through 5. I want to pull up his size here. Actually,
he's like 6'6".
Yeah, he's a great defender. Obviously, offense is going to be a
39 and not 3 and 8 and 9. Like, tell me what's not good about him. What does he not do?
7'3" wingspan. The shot's bad. The shot's
Jordan Walsh. He sucks
really
at shooting.
bad. 27% from 3 last year.
Ouch.
That's the same as Wemby.
I will say though,
we got a second pick by them. Number 39's in as well, according to Brian Robb.
Who's there?
Mohammed. I don't even want to pronounce it because I don't know it. Gueye. Does anybody know who this is?
No.
Gueye. Mohammed.
Jordan Walsh is a good defender, though.
You got to watch his defense tape. It's mesmerizing. I mean, the guy has a 7'3" wingspan.
That was him. Just flashed across the screen there.
Just tell me what to think, somebody.
He can defend.
Yeah, he can really defend.
The other
You're
guy.
gonna have to watch. Who else came in? Gigi
Mohammed,
Jackson, maybe.
Mohammed.
I'm not as familiar with him, but I'll get to him in just
he
a
was
second
like,
here.
I saw his name pop up like as a late second, and again, not much there, but again, 6'10", 7'3" wingspan, also a defense first guy. So again, it's like this is elite defender, but like
Elite
long. Sophomore Washington
Well, you're looking
State.
for some wings.
You're
looking for some wings, right?
Yeah. And also, look, I mean, this is an athlete too. Just finisher.
I'm not as familiar with Guy.
Yeah.
I didn't look at him.
He's a leaper and a really good defender.
Yeah, he's probably much further.
I'm firing up the YouTube highlight reel as we speak.
Yeah.
KOC threw out Don Maker as a comparison, which can't make you feel great there.
What's that?
KOC threw out Don Maker as a comparison.
I've seen Christian Wood also as a comparison.
What about Dikembe?
So he's got a little bit of an offensive game.
He has an offensive game. He's not afraid to shoot the three.
Is that a good thing or a bad
thing? All right.
I
mean, these definitely aren't going to be guys who can play for you
right away.
Yeah.
And the results are
I do like Jordan Walsh a lot, though. I mean, watch his defensive tape if you're out there. It's impressive stuff. He fouls a lot. He's going to have to tone down with that, too. There's just an intensity to him, though, that's fun to watch. Also, a big advocate of alopecia. Obviously, he suffers from that. And, he's done a lot of work kind of advocating for people who suffer from that as well. Not as familiar with Guy, though. I'm going to have to take a look at him.
Played at Washington State. 14.3 points, 8.4 rebounds, and a couple of good highlights here. He can dunk, looks like.
Oh,
I'm glad he can dunk.
Nice little dribble drive. Just went baseline on a guy. Ooh.
Washington State's where Clay went, right?
This guy is not afraid to throw down. Little step back. He's got a mid-range to him. But it looks like mostly he likes to score in the post. He likes to get under the basket. He's got some low post moves. He already looks like a way more polished offensive player than Rob Williams, which is not saying much. But I haven't seen Rob Williams make any of these moves all year that I'm seeing. Just took a three, drained it. 18-footer, swish. This guy hasn't missed a shot yet.
Jimmy's still talking.
I gotta say, might be a steal of the draft based on what I'm seeing here.
Everybody's great in their highlight tape.
He can shoot.
How is he driving against a chair?
Haven't seen that yet.
Exceptional.
He's pulling up.
Austin Rivers had
no hesitation, catch and shoot from three.
I was thinking of
Jianlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the big deal when he was. That was his big.
He
draft
murdered
footage.
a chair in 1-on-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
no
really
chairs in this one.
He really took it to that chair. So that's it, guys. Two guys we don't know tons about. Bobby obviously knows a little bit more about their first pick there at 38.
Jordan Walsh, yeah.
I don't know. We'll hear what Brad has to say afterwards. In terms of what they were doing and their strategy. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna bring you Brad Stevens' press conference live,
Look at that.
as well. Yeah, we're gonna do stuff.
Do some stuff.
Do you guys want a quick write-up on Walsh from the draft?
I want everything.
What do you got?
The idea of Walsh on defense is tantalizing. Has the exact kind of measurements you're looking for in that end in terms of a versatile, switchable weapon who can be utilized in a variety of situations as a switchable stopper. Understands how to move, how to space offensively. Just worried about his overall skill level right now, and it's probably going to be a multi-year project to develop it. How many teams are going to be patient with him? Someone will go for it because he has the tools, motor, and feel. The defensive impact is excellent.
He can defend.
Yay, defense. Couple defensive players here at 38 and 39 who aren't going to contribute right away. And 2 future second-round picks to play around with. And that's that. Part of the Marcus Smart haul turns into these 2 picks. These guys.
Not crazy about it.
Here's Amari Bailey going off the board.
Guys,
Good
I
shooter.
just poured over the Muhammad footage, and I'm just finding out that he, too, has been traded. He is no longer.
Oh, Guai?
Guai is Guan. He is no
Is
longer.
he really?
Yeah, he is gone. Poof.
Fair enough.
Traded for a future second-round pick. So forget everything I just said about him.
Guai is Guan.
No longer exists. He is another casualty on Brad Stevens' big board of
Brad's ruthless now, man.
trading everybody that he acquires.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. None of you guys saw that he was traded? You made me sit there and break down.
No, we didn't. It was your scouting report was mesmerizing. Let's the best thing that happened tonight was definitely
Bobby's reaction.
Bobby's reaction. Here it is.
Not so fast, guys. Not so fast.
Rather than have him tell you, they traded it, right, Josue?
Shams, Celtics are trading Colby Jones to the Kings for number 38 and a future second rounder.
You're effing kidding me. You're kidding me.
It feels like
Bobby was still right, though. I'm going to give it to him.
I'm not.
Did technically draft him.
I'm not.
Yeah. Close.
He's like, no, damn it.
Well done, Ahmed, with the music too.
Ahmed turned that around quick.
His soul left him at that moment, folks. You thought you had something, Bobby. You thought you had something.
I did. You get the details on that Guai trade, Jimmy?
Just a
all
future
I saw
second.
was future second.
Piling up the seconds.
Yeah, it looks like in a nutshell. The Celtics
Ronnie
use a
coming to town
to get Jordan Walsh and 4 future second rounders, pretty much.
Yeah.
No,
right?
3.
3 or 4?
They just traded this one for
a
different
so
one.
3. Yeah, you're right.
That's it. You traded this one for another one. So
do they have any picks
awesome.
left? Do we even know if they have any picks left?
They do not. If they trade back into this round, too bad. We're not coming back live. I'm not doing any more of this.
They're not fooling us again.
You're not gonna get me again. Nah. Not gonna get me.
Wasn't on my list, but I do like Walsh.
Yeah. All right. So as you can see here on the screen, what are we gonna do? We are going to stream Brad Stevens' press conference live.
About a half hour from now.
But yeah, we don't know what's going to be said regarding the Marcus Smart, Kristaps Porzingis trade. I suspect nothing because it's not been made official. And good luck getting some sort of insight and what went on tonight with the draft. But let's just recap it. One of the picks coming to the Celtics was the 25th pick that was in the Marcus Smart trade. They traded down for 31 and 2 future seconds. Then they traded that one down for 2 picks where they trade down to 34 first?
31.
No, from 31 to 34
and 39.
And 34 and 39 for those.
And
two.
then they traded back down off of 34 to 38. And acquired another future second. So they ended up picking at 38, took one player, and have 3 future seconds out of the deal. That's what they did. And that's what they did.
Did you guys all give your takes on Wembanyama?
Yes.
Some.
On C's bust.
Who thinks he's anyone think he's a bust besides me? That's it.
Just you.
Have you guys seen this guy? He looks like an alien.
Why we don't think he's going to be a bust.
He looks like you could snap him in half. I feel like he could get hurt easily. I don't want
like the way Kevin Durant looked when he was 19.
No, he's way taller and lankier and alien.
And can shoot the hell out the ball and can pin your stuff at the top of the backboard. And
yeah, but once he enters the NBA, Sherrod, it's a grown man's league.
It's a grown man's league that doesn't value physicality. It's not like there's no Shaquille O'Neal in the NBA right now. You don't have guys that are going to bully ball him.
I guess that
Rudy Gobert, sorry, nah, not really.
He's like a bigger Porzingis, and Porzingis hasn't been able to stay healthy at all either. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not sold on Victor yet. I'm not giving him. Okay. I'm not giving him, MVP just yet, like everybody else wants to do.
No, I mean my favorite player in the draft is Scoot Henderson. Well, I think he's gonna be really good.
He's legit.
What do you think Portland's gonna do about that? They're just gonna play it out, or what? Simon's on the move, or what?
I think they should keep him. I mean, give yourself a chance to actually have depth.
Right.
Wait.
Depth. They need more than depth. They need a star. What are they backing up? Bunch of nobodies.
I mean, that's what people used to say about the Nuggets, right? I don't know.
Yep.
One star, a bunch of pieces around.
Murray's a star too.
Okay. Yeah. Good night.
Memphis gonna love him.
Out.
Memphis gonna love him.
Thank you guys. Honestly, crowded house. This was like playoff crowd. And you guys hung with us to listen to us talk about refrigerators and ice and
future seconds
and a few Jordan Walsh and a bunch of second-round picks.
Some guy named Mohamed Guerre who we broke down.
I feel like you didn't. I mean, it's free, so you got your money's worth. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging. We do appreciate it.
It's the only way I can get through the draft, to be completely honest. Imagine just staring and watching that happen. You gotta pass the time somehow.
Yeah, I get the feeling Celtics fans, they're still neutral. They don't feel any better about their team than they did 2 hours ago. I don't think. So.
You got a Jimmy T's nuts joke.
No, that was good.
That was good. I think Gway is Guan was one of my favorite lines of the night. It came late.
Just happened. Unbelievable.
Gway is you said it so naturally too.
Gway is Guan, guys.
Just like that. I couldn't even get through the highlight.
Just like that. He's Guan. Yeah, it's great. It's so good. I did enjoy that. So anyway, guys, like I said,
Brad's up next.
Miles Bridges.
Jordan Walsh, though. Bobby,
Miles
give me your parting take, because I'm not going to be up for the late show.
Oh, I like him.
Any of you guys who know anything about him, because I don't.
The offense just might not develop Jimmy. He's not a creator. He struggles to finish. He struggles to shoot.
But he's athletic.
It's really going to be a work in progress. But he plays the game with good feel. He's a good player in transition. And the defense is about as good as anyone else in the draft.
And he's an athlete. He's got a 41-inch vertical, too.
7'3" wingspan. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Is he end of rotation guy to start his career, or what?
No, he probably won't play next year much at all. He's probably a main guy.
Apparently, you think he could be the best defender in the entire draft. Is that true?
Yeah, but you got to play offense to get on the floor, especially on this team.
That's going to take some time.
Yep.
Is he a Grant Williams replacement?
The chat is so far, but some people in the chat are way behind.
Well, it's because we get it late on our thing.
Some people they're like screaming, "Guay's been traded."
I'm getting all that.
Right, they're still saying that. Right?
At least somebody was paying attention in this show today.
Someone goes, traded for what?
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, they're packaging all their seconds to move up to get Bronny James next year. We'll see. Sure, anyway, tell me that's not a crazy idea. You draft Bronny James.
It's a crazy idea.
Yeah,
it's a crazy idea. Some of us have to stay up and do another show, so we're gonna sign off.
See you guys.
We will be back. Bobby's got some reporting to do. Check out Brad live, and then we'll put a bow on it after. Later, all.
See you guys.